Wow. Just a reminder, when you dust, be sure to freaking pick stuff up and dust under that.
We're chasing one another, getting lost in another summer. Never wanted it to end. Now I'm losing all my friends. I'm reminded of the pain when I'm on the...
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you're new, please be sure to click that big red subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. As I mentioned in my last video, today's video is going to be my February TBR. I've got an entire list on my phone of the books that I want to read, and I've got a couple of the books that I want to read here with me. A couple are on their way, and a couple are ebooks or audiobooks. These are some of the books that I have that are physical copies that I want to read in February. First one I want to get through, which as I'm sitting here filming this, I am still reading Ugly Love. As I said in my January wrap-up, it's the 29th of January, so like I haven't quite finished up January, but I'll definitely have this book finished by the end of the month. So I'm currently reading this Colleen Hoover book, and if you've read any Colleen Hoover books, you definitely cannot binge read because they destroy you. So it'll be a minute before I get into her newest release, Reminders of Him. It'll be just a minute. I don't even have a clue what this book is about. I haven't read the synopsis on the back. I'm not going to. I'm going in completely blind. So very excited about this. I do love a good Colleen Hoover. Thank you, my Kristen, for suggesting It Ends With Us, and thank you, Paige, for also loving it so much that Kristen ordered that sweatshirt for you, because that's definitely what got me into It Ends With Us, and that book destroyed me. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Reminders of Him. So I'm gonna get into this book. I'll probably read this book here first. The Mistake is the second book in the Off-Campus series. God, I hope it is. I always get so nervous. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know this is the second book, but then as soon as I say it, I'm like, oh my god, is it? Mistake is number 2. Okay. So, second book in the Off-Campus series. This one's about Logan and Grace. So, I looked at who it was about, and that's all I know. So I'm kind of going into this one blind as well, but I'm familiar with these characters because the Off-Campus series, it isn't just about like in The Deal. Also, this really irritates me. I don't know why it's like this, but literally my Shadowhunter series, books 2 and 3, I've got them in this format, which if you line them all up, makes a cute little picture. The first one I got looks like this. So it does not match whatsoever. I'm thinking about putting this certain one into our little free library at the park, and then just purchasing the first one to match this set. It seems a little ridiculous, but you know, aesthetics, baby. The characters in this book, they're from the first book too, but you don't really get to meet them all that well. You don't get to know them all that well. You get to meet them, but you don't get to know them all that well. So yeah, very excited about this one. This will most definitely be the first book that I start out with. I'm just gonna like set these up here. There's only 3. Oh shit. Can we cuss on YouTube yet? My mom would be so disappointed. And then the last physical book that I have to read is A Court of Thorns and Roses, ACOTAR. I am reading this with my friend Kristen. She put this in her 22 books to read in 2022. Also, can we just pause a moment and just round of applause for Kristen. First of all, her YouTube channel is growing rapidly. She's going to hit 1,000 before I do, and I'm so proud of her. But also, the biggest round of applause for Kristen, because she's finally gonna read my favorite book. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. We're doing a buddy read on A Court of Thorns and Roses. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I didn't even say who the freaking Mistake was by. It's by Elle Kennedy, just like The Deal. Everybody loves this book. If you can't tell, I'm a paperback bitch, okay? I don't like hardback. But Kristen's got the hardcover version of this, and it's absolutely gorgeous. but I've got the paperback and I think it looks really freaking cool. Everybody loves this book. Every book talk, every booktube, every bookstagram that I see, everybody loves this series. I think my Dr. Pepper caffeine is kicking in. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I'm very nervous because it's like going on a blind date, but like you kind of know a little bit about the guy and you're like, okay, I'm definitely going to fall in love with this guy. Yeah, that's this book. So now I'm heading to my phone. I've got one more physical book coming in the mail. It should be here tomorrow, but I just wanted to go ahead and film this so I can give myself time to edit it, because I've literally got an entire collection to embroider for Backstitch Burton. I own my own business. The Disney collection is coming very soon. I've got so much crap to embroider that I need to have time to edit this and give myself plenty of time. So back in the day, I got this book in a Loot Crate box and I never read it. And then me and Chris got together and he got bored and he wanted to read, so I was like, well, read this one. It's more geared towards boys. I've never read it. He read it. He fell in love with it. And so I decided to read it because we wanted to go see the movie. And I fell in love with it. Let's see what I rated this back in the day, because I read this quite a few years ago. I gave it 5 stars and my review was really short. I finished this book faster than I finished anything else this year. It's so addictive and just wild. Because I really don't think you can review this book without giving away a ton of spoilers. But it's very interesting. So I went ahead, since I'm back into reading, I went ahead and ordered Ready Player 2. This is Ready Player 1 by Ernest Klein. So I got Ready Player 2 so I can continue the series. And it should be here tomorrow. So that's one of the books I plan to read in February, and hopefully I can get Chris to read it with me. Maybe not with me, but read it as well, and we can discuss it. That'd be cool. The audiobooks I plan to listen to in February, of course, I've got to finish up the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and then I want to listen to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And then I also want to listen to The Duke and I, the Bridgerton series. I think I can only get The Duke and I on my Scribd account. But I think that the only version of the Bridgerton series I can listen to is The Duke and I. And I've literally watched Bridgerton 2 times through. So I'm pretty clear on what happens. I think I'll be okay with the audiobook version. But those are the 2 audiobooks that I plan to listen to. I usually, this is my second month doing this. The way I got through audiobooks in January, I only got through 2 of them, which Order of the Phoenix was one of them, and that is such a long book. I'm only going to limit myself to about 2 books, audiobooks, because I only listen to them in the car or when I'm cleaning or something like that. I've got quite a few books that I'm going to read on Scribd on my iPad. And as I mentioned in my January wrap-up, I want to continue reading the Shadowhunter series, but I saw a TikTok of the order you're supposed to read this whole series in. So it says you're supposed to read the first 3 of the Mortal Instrument books, which I've read, and then you're supposed to go into the Infernal Devices, which are Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. So those are the 3 that I'm going to read on my iPad on Scribd, and I've only planned that for February, and then I'll continue to buy this series in paperback, and then any of the other like sub-series, I'm gonna read them on my iPad, because that's a lot of money. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books at like $10 or $11 a piece. Yeah, girl. No, your girl works at a dentist's office. Unless we get this channel monetized. I'm gonna read the Infernal Devices on my iPad, all 3 of them. I'm gonna do it. I want to read the second book in the 7 Crowns series. I read 7 Crowns as an ebook last month, and it was very good, by Evie Everest, and it was really good. It got me hooked. So I want to read The Botanist Game next on my iPad. Alea, did I say your name right? please correct me if you watch this at all. She recommended A Touch of Darkness, and it's about Hades and Persephone in like modern times. So I actually found it on Scribd, and I'm gonna read it. Kind of tight on cash this month for physical books, so that's why I'm reading them all on Scribd. Last book that I want to read in February, or that I have planned to read, let's be honest, it might not even happen. Might come for the February wrap up and be like, yeah, I didn't read half of those. I know I'm gonna read a couple of them, but the last one I want to read is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn, Hugo. And I can't decide if I want to read that one as a physical book or as an ebook. I can get it as an ebook on Scribd, but there's a difference. Like, I'm reading a lot of ebooks this month, so like I'm gonna just be holding this the whole time and not get to like hold my book and rip my spines in half, or just hold it and flip the page. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. That's part of loving reading, is getting to hold an actual book. Now my battery's dying. That's good. I'm almost done. It's cool. Stay on for a little bit. There we go. There is my February to be read TBR. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let's see if I can stick to my TBR. I'm usually pretty good about it. Usually, I keep saying usually, okay? It's been January was my first month back to reading and challenging myself to read 50 books this year. So I usually, but last month I did pretty okay. I didn't have like a set TBR, but I had an idea of how I wanted to read my books. So yeah, there we go. There we have it. That's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all again very soon with another video. It's actually a day in the life of a small business owner, so I take you through a day in the life of owning Backstitch Burton, my little embroidery business, and my hair is an absolute disaster throughout the entire video, but what's new? Thank you so much for watching, and if you've made it this far, comment your favorite book that you read in January. That's gonna be a rough month, ain't it? Mine was most definitely It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Chef's kisses. That's it. Thank you for watching so much. You're the best. Have a great day, a great night, whenever you're watching this. I'm going to say bye now because I keep rambling. Bye.
Stay me and the moon, and we think of you. Remember when we sat